Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you all for your willingness to serve. Welcome to your family members. I appreciate that. Let me just start with you, Congressman Bridenstine, and thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think my colleague may have touched on this, comments that you've made regarding the LGBTQ community. And I just have a question, and can you just follow up for me? How is it that NASA employees who are LGBTQ or have children in gay marriages, how should they feel about your leadership when you've taken these positions?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. And what I would share with you is that I do believe from my heart that every human being has dignity and worth, and that each person needs to be treated as though they are a valued member of the team. And certainly, equal opportunity would be my highest objective as the leader of NASA. And when it comes to standards, they need to be uniform, and people need to know what those standards are and be held to it in a uniform way. And that's how I would conduct myself. The Defense of Marriage Act has been overturned by the Supreme Court. The law is now different, and I will absolutely follow the law should I be confirmed, ma'am.
Thank you. And I think we talked a little bit about this when we met. I'm a lead sponsor on the Safe Drone Act, which, among other things, requires the FAA to develop an implementation plan to achieve full operational capabilities of unmanned aircraft systems, traffic management, and ensure the safety and security of all aircraft. The plan must include a timeline, certification criterion, establish industry and government roles, and include an assessment of various necessary components. NASA is taking a joint lead in UAS traffic management system. Can you commit to continued progress and timely pursuit of UAS air traffic management technologies, which include utilizing the important UAS test site like the one in Nevada?
Without question. And in fact, I've been to Stead Field, the Reno Air Races. I used to be stationed at Naval Air Station Fallon, Nevada. I flew there at the Naval Strike and Air Warfare Center. I can tell you that the UAS, enabling UAS to integrate into the national airspace system is absolutely a critical part of America's not only national security but economic development. We have to be better at that than anybody else in the world, and I am absolutely committed to that. NASA is a technology provider for that, which a lot of that technology is being developed and tested at Stead Field. And you have my commitment that I will absolutely, that will be a high priority for me for the interest of our country, not just for NASA, but for the economy.
Okay, thank you. And then is it Biaco? I don't want to.
Biaco.
Biaco, thank you very much. I know the CPSC is focused on many things that create more of an immediate physical risk of serious injury or death, like cribs and power tools. But in your statement, you mentioned technology and new products. Do you think we are prepared on the consumer protection side of the Internet of Things? And what can we do and what can you do in your role to really address that new technology and what it means for consumer safety as well as when we're talking about the Internet of Things?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. I don't know if we're prepared for those things. I think that type of the Internet of Things and the products that are coming onto the market every day, I have a teenage daughter, I don't know anything about them. And it seems like every time you look at a product on the market, it's new, it's faster, it's doing things that we don't understand in a day-to-day basis. So I think that we are going to have to, as an agency, make sure that we are working with staff to make sure that they are getting ahead of the curve, understanding these products, how they work and how they interact with each other. I think those are things that we haven't looked at close enough as a society, but as far as the agency goes, and of course I'm not inside yet, so I can't comment on what they may or may not have done. But I think one of the things that, if confirmed, once I get there, I think that is something that we need to move a little quickly on.
Thank you. I appreciate that because we're in the technological age, and I think everything we do when it comes to consumer safety is an important component or guide rail when it comes to embracing this new technology as well. So I appreciate your comments. I know my time is almost up. I will submit the rest of my questions for the record. Again, thank you all for your willingness to serve. Really appreciate it. Thank you.